Hey, everybody. Welcome back to our channel. Welcome to the live tonight. We are talking about Reasonable Doubt. This is season 3, episode 6, and it is entitled No Church in the Wild. And this episode was indeed a wild one. So, of course, I'm not doing this alone, not ever. In fact, none of us do. Let's talk about the crew that's all here: the Lawrence Report, Monique 69 Ways, Miss Kira Speaks, and VKJ TV. Welcome, y'all.
Thank you. Thank
Hey.
you.
Hey,
Thank
hey,
you.
hey.
Hey. Do y'all have
Yeah.
any, tell me what you rated this episode. We can go ahead and go around. Go ahead and start with you, Lawrence.
Oh my goodness. Monica, Ozzy. Wow. I'm going to give this episode, for me, it was a solid 10. I thought it was fire. So many moving parts. What episode? So good. Ooh, it was good. I loved it. Solid 10 for me.
Okay, Monique.
I give it a 10 as well. This is 6 was one of those ones. Okay, especially when it came to court, and it was some shocking moments, a little shocking moments, and some moments I wish I could take back. I didn't care to see. I think I lost 10% of my vision by watching it, but I'll be okay.
Oh no. Miss Kira.
I'm gonna give it a 9 just because I feel like when we get the dun dun dun, that's gonna be my 10. So I'm gonna give it a 9. It was good though.
Okay, Jay.
As my thumbnail has fire. Monica. You know I'm giving that joint an 11.5. Okay, that's what we going over here. Okay, shout out to Brandy Evans. Shout out to Brandy. We love you. Keep doing your thing.
Yes, I mean,
bring the pink to Reasonable Doubt. Yes,
Lord.
We got P Valley.
Lord, we're gonna talk about that at the very end. So, I mean, that's our first 11 and a half. Is that what you just said?
11.5.
Yes, ma'am.
11.5. Okay,
that's the first.
So that's our first 11. Okay. All right. Well, I will definitely give it a 10. I definitely give it a 10 as well because it was a wild ride. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in. Oh, wait, right before we do that, just want to say hey to the chat. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Let us know what you thought of this episode and what you rated as well, 1 through 10. Jay gave it an 11 and a half, but we got a bunch of 10s across the board and 1 9. So let us say you. Okay, so DeMarcus says it was a solid 10. Oh, shoot. We agreeing in this one today? A 10. Okay, y'all. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me pull it up. And I wanted to pull us up. There we go. Okay. So the episode starts off with we see Wendy in this chair in the middle of the room. And it looks like right here, you'll see there's a woman down at her feet. I don't know if she's looking to torture her or unalive her, but it is Monica. But we find out that this is Ozzy's nightmare, and he wakes up, splashes water on his face, and he's kind of shook by it. And guess who's there to reassure him that he's okay? Monica. So let me know what you thought about this opening scene, and what do you think that it means, Lawrence?
Wow. With opening scene, I just think it was just literally a nightmare sequence for Ozzy. You know what I'm saying? He was over here hallucinating, you know what I'm saying, having bad dreams. I really didn't think too much of it. I think this is something that the writers tried to put in like a ploy for the audience, really. But of course, who was there to comfort him during his bad dream? The one and only Monica. I'm like, yo, Ozzy, where your parents at, bro? Like, I get you're a grown man. I get that. But I'm saying, like, yo, where the parents at, though? Like, Monica's literally always around, literally.
Right. Now, what do you think about it being do you think maybe it was guilt? I mean, or do you think that he thinks Monica did it? Monique, what say you?
Yeah, it was I got that feeling like, okay, was you there? You and Monica was there, or you just because mind you, the episode before, like I said in my review, you get the details from the detective saying she had rope burns around her wrists and her ankles. So I'm like, did all this evidence and reveal like lead you to this nightmare dream you having? Like, like, oh, it might be Monica.
Right.
So yeah,
Any
I
other
don't know.
thoughts?
Mm.
Miss Kira, Jay, do you, either of you have any thoughts about this?
I mean, I
Is
was
this
just a
guilty
little
conscience?
I was a little confused because we got that, and then I think it was the last episode or the episode before that, we kind of got like him having flashes in the courtroom or him doing something. So who knows? It might just be a little guilt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely guilt, and I think it's a misdirect from the writers as well. Yeah,
And I
they're
think
just
he
trying
watched
to.
too much.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think they're just trying to throw us off a little bit,
Yep.
just so we can
I feel
just
that.
keep guessing. Because it could be anybody.
Interesting.
Like you see Monica, but then you hear either his voice or Alex's voice. Cause you a snitching ass B, right? That's what he said, right? So, and that came out of Monica's
Mm-hmm.
mouth, even though it was a guy's voice. So they trying to throw us off,
Right.
which I love.
Mm.
And he was
Interesting.
watching. He fell asleep watching the first 48. You know, that's his favorite show.
All right.
Oh yeah. Yep. So
You know what
anything
happens
can
when you
happen.
fall asleep,
Okay.
right?
Right. Okay. So next we are at Eddie's 5-year sober anniversary. This is at his Narcotics Anonymous meeting. He stands up, tells the crowd, they're telling him congratulations. He's like, he's still taking it one day at a time. He thanks everybody. And we see that Jax is there to support him. So he introduces her to his sponsor, which I forgot his name. And then she decides to leave and everything, but she is proud of him. She takes a picture with him and the sponsor. And then later, the sponsor says to him, how long are you going? I mean, why don't you tell her? When are you going to tell her the truth? He asked when. The longer you wait, the harder the break. So what does that mean? Jay?
I say it means that there is a super secret, and I think I know what the secret is, and I'm just gonna spoil it for y'all. But y'all probably already know. There is another child
Mhm.
that he has been a part of her life,
Mhm.
raising her, and he
Mhm.
doesn't want to break Jax's heart. At the same time, we found out about what we found out, which I know you're going to get into, Letitia, about Mama Lou, but I think that's what the heartbreak thing he's trying to hold back. I think he has another daughter.
Interesting. Okay, Miss Kira.
I could see that because they keep saying we're getting Lori Harvey, so I'm assuming that's who she's going to be.
What?
I could see that. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, at least we know that he is not asking for a kidney
I
or
know.
some organ.
Right. A vital organ. Like, right. Right.
Because I don't know. But did you have your hand up, Monique? Were you gonna say something?
No, I would just say congratulations, Eddie. 5 years sobriety.
Okay.
But
Even though you've been gone
and
for 5 years.
I think I called it out about the sponsor. I'm like, it could have been his sponsor. That's because remember Lewis was spying on him. That's the same guy.
I told you they was just going to a Spades game. That's what I told y'all.
Spades game. That'd been nice. To get violent in
Any
the
other
Spades
thoughts?
games.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Okay. Well, then let's head to the next slide. So here we are. Jax is talking to Ozzy, and this is where she tells him that she's having Daniel look into Monica's alibi. Now he objects at first but she was like, listen, if you're not providing somebody else, then she gotta be it. And I want to add Monica to the witness list. Now Bill asked to speak to Jax alone and tells her that he does not agree with putting Monica on the stand because with her being involved with Ozzy, we're not sure exactly what she's gonna say. So, but Jax's plan is to present her as a suspect so that they can take the heat off of Ozzy. Now, tell me your thoughts about that, Lawrence.
Very risky, but very calculated from Jax. She's willing to throw down that big joker, and I'm not mad at her about throwing down one of her best cards and probably her only last big card that she has left. Yeah, I was like Bill a little bit. I was a little bit nervous because of this relationship that Ozzy and Monica develop over time. But I think this is the best thing is to get her on the stand, and of course we know it's going to happen later on. We'll talk about that, but risky, but I thought it was very good. But Bill's a tattletale, and pretty sure we'll talk about that too.
Forgot I was on mute. So Monique, what say you?
Yeah, it's definitely a risk to have his abuser on the stand, but I didn't know how she was gonna play it, and I like how she played it. With the whole Monica thing, we'll probably talk about that later. But yeah, I like how she played that card, even though it's risky as heck. But she need to create some reasonable doubt, okay? Like, because he still doesn't have like a solid alibi. That's the whole thing. Like, you was at home alone watching the Force 48 just ain't gonna cut it. Like,
Right.
you need to put their focus on someone else. So I ain't mind. But even though it's risky, I didn't mind.
And Ozzy hasn't been forthcoming about everything anyway. Like for the longest time, she never even knew who was there. So I don't know. I was thinking, you know what? We better not get to the end of this season and then find out that Ozzy actually did it. I'm gonna be real bad.
And that'd be like that Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing. Like, okay, you wearing two faces, like you two people.
Yes.
That's like season. Was that season 2 or no? Season 1.
Oh, that's season 1.
Season 1.
Yeah.
Sean Patrick.
Crazy. Okay, so next, speaking of Bill, child, the partners come to visit him and they make this announcement to him that they're going to be acquired by a larger firm. And it's going to be more politics involved and more things involved. And they're just not sure that Jax is going to be a good fit going forward because she doesn't play well with others. And they're evaluating this right now, is what they're saying. So not only did he tell them the information, then Bill takes a breath and then makes the personal decision for himself to tell them that he and Jax are not on the same page about putting Monica on the stand. Now, y'all tell me what Bill was thinking. Was he only out for himself, or is he just playing the game? Miss Kira.
Bill, not you being a tattletale. I was surprised because I thought we were playing it a little more close to the vest. Now we know Bill is team Bill. I don't think he's on their team or her team, but I thought at least he was gonna play it a little better than he did. I didn't expect him to give up that bit of information. That was a conversation. I guess he did have the conversation with her, but I don't know. I wasn't really happy with him at that point. And how are they gonna? Hey, Jack's a partner. How you gonna make big moves without another partner knowing? But I guess what do I know?
That's what I'm saying. But you know what she looked like in comparison to what they look like. So that's their goal all the time. So what you saying about it, Jay?
I've been saying it from the beginning. Bill Shady. Okay, the man is shady. He's slimy. He's grimy. He's everything under the sun that you can name. My hopes of him actually joining Jax, I mean, it's still there. It's like a tiny percentage still there that he may just flip on the partners and just go with Jax and be like, forget this, right? But after this whole display of what your boy did this episode, it's like you don't even know what Bill's gonna do. Okay, Bill's all over the place. So for what he did right here, yeah, this was a shady move. And they mentioned and told him the inside of the partnership being dissolved and to know somebody else taking over. So he wants to go on that ship. So yeah, he's gonna do whatever it takes. But I think something is going to happen. It just seems too smooth and easy that Bill is just giving this information up, just going with the partner. So I think there may be a turn of events that is going to change Bill's mind. Hopefully, like I said, I got a small percentage that he won't do Jax as bad as he's doing right now with the lion and the this, that, and the third. So we'll see.
My thing is though, when people are this kind of shrewd, why do people that come in think that table won't turn on them? You know, if they were that shrewd toward Jax, why would they not be that shrewd when they make Bill a partner? Because at this point, they want him to be a puppet.
I think you said it though. I think you said it. It's the good old boys club.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Yep.
So that's why he doesn't think anything of it. Like, they're not going to turn on me. They're my brothers. Okay.
We're brothers.
You're their puppet.
We're happy and we're
And every time they tug on that string,
exactly.
You deal some stuff.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, moving on. So Jax comes home to Lewis making that dinner that Eddie told him to make.
Housewife vibes.
And she tells her about his day, shows him the photo that she took with, thank you, DeMarcus, Lionel, Eddie's sponsor, and him. And she was going on and on about how, yeah, I think Eddie might be on the right track and everything. And then she gets a call, finds out that Chad quit the case. Lewis recognizes Lionel from the photos he was taking when he was out spying on Eddie. And so I think he makes a plan to do some things with, or have Daniel check into some more stuff. So any thoughts about this, Lawrence?
Lewis being our typical housewife preparing dinner. All jokes aside, y'all, I'm just joking. I said that last time I reviewed. That's how Eddie felt. I'm just joking, y'all. Any man can prepare dinner for any lady. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Anyway,
that's right.
Lewis, I think he's in too deep with this whole scenario, right? And of course, we know later on he's going to pull back a little bit and just let Jax find out everything on her own for the most part. But I think it's kind of risky what he's doing, because this could backfire on him, you know, whenever Jax and him have this conversation about the situation with Eddie. Like, we know one section when it comes to Eddie, but we know there's another layer also when it comes to Eddie that he's not telling nobody about, another secret. So I think Lewis is a little bit too deep in this right here, but we'll see.
Okay, what do you say, Monique?
I really don't have nothing much to say about this scene right here. It just makes him
Anybody
more
else?
suspicious.
I mean, I get Lewis's intentions. I don't think it's going to work out for him. I think, but I don't know, because I still don't trust Eddie. I don't trust him.
Same.
I still don't trust him either, but you know, it's up to Jax to make that call.
Great writing, because it has us like, we don't know who to trust. That's why it's beautiful. Great writing.
I agree. Okay, so now we are in the boardroom at work, and Jax does update them, let them know that Chad is leading the case, and now Mike Ortiz will be taking his place. And they, in a roundabout way, like, to me, their excuse was kind of stupid, but they did try to get her to admit to putting Monica on the stand by asking her about the case. And they tried to plead a case against Monica being on the stand by saying that, oh, well, she negotiates for a living. Are we sure we want to go up against somebody like that? And I'm like, you're talking to Jax. What do you even talk about? But then they tried to undermine her and throw it in her face that the last time she mistakenly put somebody on the stand, it didn't work out the way it was supposed to. Like, they try to throw it in her face, as if all attorneys don't make a mistake at some point in their life. I mean, it's a practice, just like medicine. You know what I'm saying? You throw things out there, you figure out what works. And if it doesn't, okay, you go back to the drawing board. No big deal. But they were throwing it in her face like she is a rookie attorney or something. I was kind of irritated about it. But what you think about it, Ms. Kira?
I mean, at least, well, they kept it cute initially with the whole, oh, well, she's an agent and she argues for a living. We're lawyers. We also argue for a living. But okay, fine, cool, whatever. until they got to, we don't want this like last case. But Bill, where's your poker face? I was like, he over there looking
Right.
like, I said, oh, well, there it goes. So they did a better job than he did. And just because that's how they always talk. They always talk, nice, nasty, and a little greasy. So it is what it is with them.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Monique?
Yeah, Bill was guilty as hell in that scene because it could be more obvious, but I'm glad she stood her ground. Okay, about Monica put Monica on the witness stand, and I like how they backed down. They were like, okay, if it works, and yes, because she clocking y'all tea. Like, what is this? What is this?
Mm-hmm.
What are y'all doing? Y'all moving different. Y'all moving funny. So I'm pretty sure she took note of that, especially when she confronted Bill in his office.
And that's where we're going next. Now, DeMarcus thinks that Stephen and Vince were actually right. How so? Please let us know how so. But yeah, so right before, okay, so Jax goes to confront Bill, but right beforehand, he's on the phone to confirm that he has a dinner date with his wife. You can tell he's trying to get his wife back, right? So then when he gets off the phone, Jax comes in and was like, I thought it was kind of weird. I find it funny that yeah, the partners was asking me questions about Monica. What say you? I mean, you talking behind my back? What? He's like, I would not. I'm loyal. Absolutely not. And then he goes to gaslight her. And I was like, I could not believe what was happening. He was like, he said, I don't know why they would do that. And, they're always doing something like that anyway. I mean, I could totally understand why you feel that way. And he pulled her in. Lawrence, were you as shocked as me? Because I was like, what is happening? Come on, Jax. You paid to look at. Go ahead.
You know what it was for me? It was the audacity of Bill as he continues to play both sides, literally, right? He's up here spilling tea to the partners. And a lot of times when you're at work, right? A lot of times no matter where you work at, you're in a work environment, you're close knit with people and you start sharing these stories with each other, right? Jack is starting to realize that whatever information she gets about Ozzy, whatever information she gets about Ozzy, she cannot necessarily let Bill know everything, right? Because he's going to go back and tattletale to those partners. So I think Jack is having a realization that I got to keep some stuff confidential to myself as Bill continues to play both sides, because at the end of the day, he wants to make partner. If he has to stab Jax in the back, he will do it. It'd be a slow stab. It's slow, but he will do it.
And I think this should be a reminder to everybody that coworkers are not friends. FYI. Most of mine, block it. Okay? Blocked.
Right.
Jay, what say you?
I'm going to say that Jax is a highly intelligent Black woman attorney, and she knows to trust her gut and her woman's intuition, even though the boy lied and said, no, I would never do that. You already know she got her side eye on this boy. She been suspecting this boy, and I think that she don't believe him. She just kind of was like, oh, yeah, okay, you're right. I mean, that's the way it looks like to us, like, oh, she believed him. No, she didn't. She ain't believe him. She know better. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to get his. He's going to get his. And if they flip it where your boy Bill is like, oh, I don't want to go with the partners. Jax, they was trying to get me to go against you. I think Jax is going to be like, well, I don't want you either.
Exactly.
Get up out of here, Bill. I think that's what's going to happen,
I don't want no two-headed snake.
Right.
Thank you. I don't care if your wife is Black. Moving on.
Ex-wife.
Okay, so this was gonna skip around a little bit, but okay, so here we are. We see Daniel. He is trailing his girlfriend, Kristen, and find out she looks as if she's meeting up this guy. They're hugging. So find out that this is an author. DeMarcus, help me out with the man's name because I forgot. But
I know his last name was Culpepper. I forgot the first name.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Culpepper. So Daniel, being the PI that he is, finds himself in the same bar or wherever venue as Mr. Culpepper and strikes up a conversation. Well, in that conversation, he finds out a little tea that this man, he's trying to figure out what story he was working on next. And apparently, the story was about tell me if I'm correct. That it's about Alex. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think he said he had a lead or something. It
He
was a
had a
story
lead
that fell
regarding-
through.
Yeah, it's about Alex because he kept saying he.
Yeah.
So it wasn't about Kristen,
Right.
right? Unless he was lying.
But the reason why we see, I feel like, remember when Alex came to the door and said, "Oh, we need to discuss this about Wendy." Kristen is involved.
Yes.
See, later on in the episode, we see this. Daniel was calling Alex, and Alex ignored the call, but he grabbed this book that has this flash drive in it, and we can see on the flash drive that there is little Miss Wendy. So Alex knows way more than we thought he did. He don't just know something, he got proof of something. So tell me your thoughts. I want to hear everybody's thoughts on this one. We can start with Miss Kira.
Ew, what was Wendy up to? I still want to know what the secret was from before, but what was she up to? Because when I looked at that video, girl, I said, what is we doing? I mean, she didn't look like she was unhappy or being hurt, but I'm just curious. And then Kristen is deep in it, child, because DeMarcus says she's trying to stop him from publishing Ozzy's story, but I just don't.
Right.
I don't trust her because why are you meeting up with this guy? And why are you still telling me about Alex and the money and trying to put all the puzzle pieces together? So this was an interesting piece that they gave us in this episode.
She probably slept with the guy for him to stop don't want to publish the story. She used her body.
For sure.
Yep, Jay.
Kristen is a freak. That's number one. Okay. Kristen has the ulterior motive. As I mentioned before, I think she's trying to get as much money as she can so she can get out from under her brother so she can live her own life. She may be trying to publish her own tell-all book with this guy. Therefore, she's going to get a publishing deal. Therefore, she's going to get an upfront advance so she can get on her own. So there's a lot of different elements or things that we can throw together. Looking at that picture, the flash drive of Wendy, Wendy has an X tape with Alex Hill. I think Alex smashed. I think that is the secret. I think that's what Mama told Ozzy. That's why Ozzy got mad and Wendy never admitted yes or no to whatever it is. So I think Ozzy smashed. Mom said, look, before you start saying you're going to marry this girl, she's a freak and she was with your boy, Alex. And that also can lead to us seeing that he got enraged and possibly unalive Wendy because of this. Because you know he has an anger problem. He has a rage problem. So for Wendy to cheat on him like this with Alex Hill, his pusher, and his ex co-star who hates his guts, boom. Let's put it all together. Reasonable doubt.
Yeah. DeMarcus agrees with you. I believe this. Monique?
When I saw Wendy and he doing this upload, I'm like, what he about to upload to OnlyFans? I'm like, he could be uploading to OnlyFans so the world could see, and then it'll be out, and then there'll be another dead in the case or whatever. But yeah, Wendy, and yes, Ozzy's sister is for the streets. I don't know. That's what it's giving, like, cause he already know his sister and how she get down because he called it out. Yeah, and I remember Alex. What was the last episode? He told Kirsten about he got this video, so he let it he get to TZT whatever that TMZ wannabe thing is. I remember him saying that. So I won't be surprised next episode if that video was out.
Okay. What about you, Lawrence?
I think Jay perfectly summed it up literally. And also I do believe that this is a story within a story that we're probably going to hopefully wrap up when it comes to this Arthur Culpepper on the next episode. It remains to be seen, about this tell-all book. Why did it get sidelined? Was Kristen throwing cakes at Culpepper, for the book publishing deal? Like it all, like it's all in the air really. So I think next episode they'll definitely settle down and let us know what's going on. Hopefully between Kristen and Culpepper when it comes to this book right here. And yeah, what in the world? Why was Alex uploading those videos? Like he was trying to upload and transfer to somebody else. Again, crazy thing, crazy situation right there.
Unless you want to use it for memory, have a moment alone with some tissue and some lotion. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah. People crazy.
Oh Lord. Well, I mean, we're all adults here, so okay. On a lighter note, Jax and Lewis are back in their therapy session, and they talk about the fact that their families are about to get together, and Jax especially is a little nervous because Lewis's parents are like the Huxtables and hers are not so much. So she reveals that she's worried that his parents will judge her parents, and down deep I think that this is what Lewis is hoping that they will. So but the therapist told them to stay present and just go with the flow. Anybody want to talk about this one? If not, I mean, we can move on to the next thing.
I just want to say, I think this was good for Lewis and Jax, but while I say that, I still would love for both of them to go to therapy on their own. Jax go to therapy, Lewis go to therapy separate, so they still continue to heal and work out, any issues that they may have in their relationship. But it was good to see his brother right here back, this therapist, I forgot his name. It was good to see him back.
Webb or something.
Yeah, it was good to see him back on the screen. And like he said, just be present. You know what I mean? Who cares if the parents are from two separate sides of the train? Just be present. But unfortunately, this was going to be a train wreck.
Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And let's see. Okay, let's go. Speaking of relationships, Bill is trying hard to get his back intact. So he takes his wife Kendra out to dinner to some fancy restaurant. He has the correct flowers this time, the peonies. He even ordered a bottle of Dom, and he's doing all the things. He is really like pouring it on thick. Okay, he's trying to show Kendra that he is all about her and the kids, and he even went so far as to say, "Oh, don't worry about. I don't want to talk about work. How's your job going?" And in this conversation, she's kind of like a little surprised, like, oh wow, you're doing something different now. So they have a good time apparently, and he took her home, thinking he was back in. He leaned in for a kiss, and she was like, I contacted a divorce lawyer. Because this was all nice and cute and everything, but it's a one and done. It's a one-time thing. The next time you do this, it'll probably be 6 months from now. It just doesn't last, and love is not enough. My question to Kendra, though, was, you know how people get fired at the end of their shift? You like, you really could have said that before you came to work. You know what I'm saying? You didn't let the man take you out to the whole dinner, spent all the money and all the extra, and then tell him at the end what he thought he was in, that he out. Oh, y'all tell me what y'all thinking.
I love it. Yes. I loved it. I thought it was like a little karma for what you did to Jack.
Love it. Yeah.
I love it. It's like, yes, girl, you get that meal, get that free meal.
That free meal.
Fill up your belly so you have the strength to build up your strength enough to tell this man you want a divorce, and you already divorce.
Dang.
I ain't mad.
Okay,
yes.
Let's hear what you
You on mute.
Oh, me? Oh, oh.
No, Miss
Sorry.
Kara, if she was talking.
Oh, you on mute.
You on mute, Kara? You just talking? You still on mute?
Uh-oh. Oh, shoot. Okay, go ahead, Jay.
This ain't Restream. So messing
You
with
know
you,
what?
messing with you. So I thought this was wrong. And I'm gonna stand up and say this was wrong. I feel like I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. Ladies come on a date for the free meal and be like, I'm out. I wasn't interested in you anyway. Nah, man. I ain't think this was right. Okay. Yeah, I know Bill did what he did earlier with Jackson. He was being slimy and shady in the whole nine, but doggone it, the man finally got it right. Y'all was getting on him for getting the wrong flowers. Now he got the right flowers. Now he got the right steak. Did a whole memory of her with, because the kid, the daughter finally stood up to the smart ass son, right? They had a moment together and he touched her arm and she was acting all weird. That's when I knew she was tripping. Okay. When he touched her, he was like, yeah, what about the greatest memory was of us, when we got married. And she was like, I knew she was tripping. I knew she was going to trip. And then she was about to kiss the man, about to give him a little sloppy, and then turn around. I called a divorce lawyer. Like, that's wrong. That's wrong. You could just told that man, listen,
from the jump.
I don't think we should go out on this dinner date. Like, you could bring me some more oxtails, whatever. But by the way, I called a divorce lawyer. You ain't have to go do all this to kind of, I said it on another live. I said, you went on this date to just see how you felt about him again, what the vibes would be or whatever. Or you went on this date to appease him just so he won't be as mad when you tell him that you called a divorce lawyer. Maybe that's what it is, right? She kind of was like buttering him up, making him feel like there was a chance when there was no chance. So I thought it was wrong, man. I'm going to stand on that. I thought it was wrong.
She could just be nice, be cordial.
No.
If he read too much in it, that's on him.
No.
Okay. She tired of being on this roller coaster ride with Bill ass. Okay. It was time for her. It was her stop and she got off.
So if she's going to do that, do it up front. Don't be a little weasel like Bill and eat dinner, get the steak and the whole nine, and then ask for oxtails on the back end. Heck no, man. Come on. That's wrong. Wrong.
She moved the dinner up early.
Ooh, she still ate the dinner.
Romantic. So
still ate the dinner. Still ate the dinner and broke the man's heart. What the heck?
Okay,
he broke his own heart.
Go to McDonald's.
All along.
Go to Wendy's. You know what I'm saying? Go get them oxtails that you like. Don't be using that, man. Come on, man.
He paid for his own breakup day. Miss Kira, what you saying?
Lord, am I back now? Can we hear me? Yes. No. Okay. Now I was saying, Bill, he went all out, not knowing that was going to be like his last supper, but she did try to at least move it up and smooth it out and not have it at night and have it be as romantic. But I mean, I might have said, I don't think this is gonna work. Would you like dessert or you want to get the check? We would have got through dinner, or we might not have made it all the way back to the house. But it is what it is. I don't know what that lady has lived, so maybe
right.
That's how she felt about it.
Yeah,
how you feel about it, Lawrence?
Listen, I'm gonna keep it 100. She been knew from the jump that this was not gonna be nothing. She knew that he was more career driven. It is what it is, right? And she knew it's gonna be the same old saying. But at the same time, she figured out, you know what? I might as well go for this free steak, wine, and pennies, right? Because that's exactly what she went for. And yes, Kendra was looking amazing. Her hair was straightened, everything just moving like a nice bowl of Jello.
She was,
you know what I'm saying? Like it was like a nice bowl of Jello. I was like, whoa. But at the end of the day, Bill, this right here may cause Bill to go evil. Like this may cause him to freak out even more now that he's about to get served these divorce papers. Jax, watch your back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look what y'all doing to Bill.
Bill been on that.
This what women do to men. You know what I'm saying? We try to be nice. We try to go all out. We try to reconcile and the whole nine, and then y'all turn around. That's right. That's right. We try to make up. We mess up. We try to make up. You give us a chance, and you give us hope, and then you turn around and stab us in the back.
You stabbed me, man. Battle of the sexes territory.
You stabbed me in the back. You stabbed me in the back.
I mean, I do feel like, girl, you could have said something up front, but I also agree with Monique that, baby, because of what you're doing to Jax, I'll allow it. So,
Okay.
But Kendra don't know she doing that to Jax.
it doesn't
Come on,
matter.
man.
Karma doesn't
Come
have
on.
to know Kendra.
I hear
or
you on the
Jax.
Kendra know
call.
what
I
he
hear
did
you.
to Kendra. We don't
We
know that.
know.
Left that lady home barefoot and pregnant with them kids.
Thank you.
And she her own
Thank
She
you.
was not barefoot. We didn't even see none of that. She a lawyer. She would
But
not
she
be
got all the
barefoot and pregnant with a
Well,
thing
she
on.
left
You know what I'm
them- he left
saying?
them
But
home
she
some
got all the
babies.
kids.
Whatever,
Mhm.
dog. You said battle of the sexes, Lawrence. Are you battling with me, bro? Are you
Every
on my
week.
side or what? Come
Of
on,
course
bro.
On your side, child.
Listen.
What's up? Stand with
Listen.
your boy.
From the jump, like I said already, from the jump, Jay, she knew what was going down. She
Yes.
knew that her and him was never gonna work out. They had kids, they thought it was gonna work out. It's okay. Sometimes it's
User.
gonna work out. It's cool, right? But she decided to go along with the bride for the meal, only to serve him in the worst way. Not you know, I don't want to see you again, but divorce papers, my boy. Divorce papers, Jay. What we talking about right now? Like, I done spent $150 on this dinner right here.
Thank you, brother.
The flowers alone cost me $35. The wine was $25.
Maybe
The
more,
steak-
depending on the holiday. You know what I'm saying? It could have been Sweetie's Day. It could have been whatever day. You know what I mean?
Right. So
Why is
so
y'all
that
adding
man-
stuff up? Like, what
that
the-
man,
You adding stuff up too.
That man
Barefoot
got
and pregnant.
rejected. He got rejected in the worst way.
Yes.
Divorce papers for all the men on Reasonable Doubt. Everybody getting divorce papers out here. It's a wrap.
That man was creeping around that house, watching her across the street,
It's okay.
didn't approach. Then he approached later. She said, "Get out of here."
It's all right.
And still, like, he
It's
kept
all
trying. So
And
but
ain't
it's
nothing
all
wrong.
I
Ain't nothing
don't-
wrong with a little bit of action, because you know what? Even though he was creeping in the street, a lot of men do creep on social media. So I see it as the same thing.
And a lot of women creep too on social media.
We
And
ain't
that-
talking
Who he
about
dating
him.
now?
He was the one doing the creeping.
That's
though.
fine. It's okay.
Because
No,
he
you
knew
know
he
what?
was wrong.
You know
all
what?
the time he spent,
'Cause he knew
but
he
all the
was
time
wrong.
he
Okay.
spent doing that, he
Yeah.
could have been whining and dining his wife. He could have been spending time with his kids.
Hello?
But you instead,
She
you
wasn't
could be
trying to let it
playing-
happen. She wasn't trying to let it
but
happen.
because he had
He
already
should have been
messed
more
up by then.
focused on that than trying
Okay.
to get the date. Worry
But
about
it's
the
okay.
kids.
But
It's
she,
all right.
she wouldn't even let the walls down just to hear him out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
She
her
was
mom
fed
really
up.
she was
When
already.
She was
Everyone
saying
is
that, and then he had the line like, "I'm
better.
almost partner. I'm almost about to make this partner." That's gonna even be worse.
Thank
It's
you.
okay.
Never
Thank
gonna be
you.
home.
Lawrence, it's okay because we know at the end of the day, my man got the skins. My man got some skins, so we don't even care no more. Send me the
Okay,
divorce
well,
papers.
But still, when a woman's fed up, okay.
When a man is fed up, he gonna hit the
Well, he
next
the one
skins.
begging.
He
the
gonna
one
hit the
begging,
Sally
not
from
her.
the valley. Sally.
Sally from P
We're
Valley.
moving on, y'all.
Moving on.
Let's get to it.
We are moving on.
Hey,
And speaking of laughs-
ain't nothing like a good battle of sexual discussion.
I agree. This every week. It's all good. It's all love. I love it. So the families meet up, and Eddie immediately tries to get something in common with Terrence because they're both in music. So, but Lewis is sitting there looking all crazy, like, whatever. He thought that they really was going to not get along, but the truth is they did start getting along.
Yeah.
It looks like to me, y'all, that Lewis is just gonna be the topic. It's just gonna be commonplace. He's gonna take an L in every single episode. Period.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because he thought his family was the Huxtables, right? And in this same conversation, he find out the parents don't live together. The daddy moving to Philly. They've been doing their own thing. Terrence knew about it and he didn't. And he just like kind of a little bit distraught or whatever. And his daddy was like, who I love that actor too, by the way. He was like, we've been grown. He was like, we been grown before you was born. We don't need your
Okay.
permission. We're doing our own thing. And then Eddie, he's like, I gotta ask, like, why are you moving from Philly? And because everything is in Philly and all that sort of thing, they organically bond over some nostalgic music moment. Find out that Eddie opened up for the Delphonics. And then now they laughing and joking and talking about music and talking about great times. And the mama, Lewis's mama was like, no, since we was there and we got we didn't get what we wanted out of that concert. Now dinner is on you, Eddie. So everything worked out just fine.
Yeah,
So
everybody was
Lewis's
laughing.
plan totally backfired.
Mm.
So what say y'all about it?
And Jax knew he was uncomfortable with it. You see it in his face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was totally uncomfortable. She was trying to soothe him and calm him, like, okay, like it'll be okay. I mean, mind you, he just found out his perfect parents are not so perfect.
Right.
Like, it'll be okay. He butt hurt. It'll be okay. But
But
I
if they
liked it.
happy, if they happy,
Right.
what you mad about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you say, Miss Kira?
Lewis about to cry in the car, y'all. He wanted them parents to
Again.
not, his parents, his Huxtable parents, not to like Eddie's old raggedy behind. And I get it because I can't stand Eddie either. But it didn't work out in his favor. And then come to find out the parents ain't been living together. It's just his whole world came crumbling down. He looked like, let me just get my stuff and go to the car because y'all want some bull stuff. But it's what it is. Life is life. I was kind of glad that they at least had a decent meal and a decent conversation, but I don't like Eddie. I was with Lewis. He taking L's, but I don't like Eddie either, child.
But see, then the conversation doesn't stop there because him and his brother Terrence are talking about it. And Lewis is still griping about their parents' stability. What we know of their stability is how we grew up, and he's on this traditional kick. And Terrence was like, he had to settle straight, had to bring up the fact that, but baby, you out here having babies with somebody other than your wife.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So he had to shut it right on up.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, give your parents and Eddie the same
Yep.
grace that you want when it comes to Naima and Spencer. And he was just spitting bars as far as I'm concerned. That's your brother.
Yeah.
He had to get you together. What you say about it, Lawrence?
Yeah, the brother absolutely clocked Lewis T, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? But one of the things I did love so much about this episode, it's crazy how you can just bond over music and the Delphonics, right? One of the things I love so much about this episode that I just could not get over was those facial expressions from Lewis and the way Jax even like put her hand over him, like, yo, chill, relax, it's okay, it's okay. Every time Eddie was speaking, in my mind, I could hear Lewis say this N-word here, like as if Eddie was telling a bunch of fibs and Lewis just could not stand it. But circling back to the brother, I appreciate the brother calling Lewis out, saying, listen, we may not have this Huxtable dream, and yeah, you do need to give the family some grace because you did end up having a baby yourself on the side. And my brother, I don't know, that's very Huxtable like, if we're being honest. So I appreciate the brother clocking his T right there.
Anybody else?
Lewis just need to take his ball and go home, man. For real, like don't even play in the game at this point, man. Let's everybody just schooling him on stuff. Even that's his little brother. Is that his little brother?
Little brother,
Yep.
Bruh, like come on, the youth and the wisdom, like, man. Look, he did expect this. He kind of set it up in his mind when he was talking to the therapist, whatever. I was like, yeah, I just want to have a peaceful dinner. It wasn't gonna be peaceful, bro, because Eddie's there, and you will never forget him playing you outside in the alleyway and telling you to go home and cook that meal. You will never forget that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So you already gonna have this bad energy towards Eddie, and then Eddie get on the good side of your parents, and you find out your parents is good, even though they separated and not divorced, which I think is cool. You know what I'm saying? That they still
Same
cool
here.
and they're better together as far as like being friends. You know, somebody else was like, well, what about SEX? It's like, yo, at this age, they ain't even thinking about that. They just think about having their own peace and being peaceful. They've already created kids and grandkids. Hey, we good as long as we got our own separate place. I don't need to see your dirty drawers, and I don't need to see your dirty panties. Okay,
I
we
believe
good.
in it. I believe in it. And he only lived around the corner anyway. You can have sleepovers anytime you want.
If there's an emergency, he can still be right there for her, right? So
Yeah, Lewis is acting like, okay, so one of y'all's gonna move to Florida and the other one's gonna live in South Carolina. Like it's gonna be that type of distance. Like Jay said, they said it's gonna be down the street from each other. Like, what are we talking about here?
Yeah. So I think it was a good thing, not for Lewis, but everybody else seems to be okay with this whole situation. But we gonna find out what's really going on.
Lewis be worried about the wrong things. Like he should have been upset that nobody, like the brother knew and nobody said nothing to him. But the fact that they were separated, like
You should thank Eddie for changing the subject, because I saw what Eddie did there, bringing up the different
and I know it's just a TV show, right? But in real life, I'm like, bro, most people typically call their parents maybe once or twice a week. It seemed like this man hasn't talked to his parents in like a solid 6 months or longer. Like, what are we doing, Lewis? Like, if you would have talked to your parents, I'm pretty sure it would have been, again, that was a TV show. They would have been told you the truth about what's going on in their relationship.
There's too much going on with that baby. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
They
ain't want
spent
to have to call.
over a year with that. A little over a year.
Yeah. So if he did call, they would have been like, "What's going on?" You think he'll be like, "Yeah, by the way, I just had a baby, but the baby's gone." He don't want to talk about that. So that's why he ain't call. You know,
they want that judgment,
right? From the Huxtables, yeah.
And now he's sitting there in judgment.
Thank you. When he needs to be
up there having this expectation of your parents that you're not even following. Get out of here.
Right. Exactly. Okay, so let's get into something a little bit serious. So Monica storms into Ozzy's place because she is mad that she got a subpoena to come to court. And he like, I ain't trying to hear all that noise. It's my birthday. And what you gonna do about it? Next thing you know, his boys show up. They show up with bottles and balloons. And then they ask Monica for the big booty bitches. The bitches, okay? And so why did he, knowing that he sleeps with Monica, why did he ask her to go get the bitches? I would be so livid. Like, that is crazy. But
that's
what happens. That's what happens. So do y'all have any quick thoughts about this before we get to the next part in this wild party that they have?
But they was blaming each other about taking out Wendy when she came in with the subpoena. They was going back and forth. It was kind of getting dark right there before the guys showed up between the two. So it's like no trust anymore between the two right there. Because she said she had to burn his sweatshirt, that the blood that was on, she found in his room. And he was like, "Why are you in my room going through my stuff?" She just said, "I'm trying to protect you and stuff." I'm like, anybody could have wore his sweatshirt and put it in his room as a plant. So
but I mean, that's a fair question though. Like, why was it in there? You know, it does make you look at him a little funny. But also, I thought it was interesting that she accused him basically of acting. Oh no, that's the before she acted like she didn't believe that he didn't unalive Wendy. So I thought it was interesting. Yeah. Any other thoughts?
I think I was just tweaking out whenever he told her, "Yo, go get me some." You know what I mean? And she actually went like a dog. She actually went like a dog and went to go fetch these other women for the party. Like, I was like, this is wild. But then again, I get that she's the agent, but I'm like, this is insane that she's still, that they both kind of twisted together like this right here.
And wild it got. Yeah, it got wild. Because now is women and booties flying all over the place. The lights are on, the confetti is out there, they're drinking. And Ozzy is getting busy with some woman while, I was about to call her Mercedes, Lord, while Monica is watching. And then not only did she start watching, she started participating. Her hand went south and then up to her lips. And then she smiled. This is, what do y'all say? This is too much.
It ain't too much for me.
I mean, considering we know who they are as these characters,
Right.
this
Originally I thought in my mind as I'm watching this right here, I'm thinking they both are sick and twisted. Like, what are we witnessing right now? Like, what is happening? What is going on? I thought this was a lot. I did not expect to see something of this nature right here. But then again, like I said, it just shows you how they're tied together. You know what I'm saying? Like mentally, and I guess like physically as well. Like that Monica, a grown woman, will be sitting there on the side watching Ozzy get freaky while she's doing what she's doing. Also, it was different. It was different.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Yeah, she playing mind games. Oh, okay.
Shout
No,
out
go
to
ahead, Wendy.
Cordell from the previous scene
Oh,
from Love
who's
Island. Got his-
Cordell?
he was one of the homies in the
Oh, okay.
background from Love Island USA. It's
Love
Odell
Island.
Beckham Jr.'s little brother.
Okay.
They wanted her to bring P Valley to the house. She brought P Valley to the house. Now my thing is, girl, why you had to stay? Why you had to stay? I'd have been like, I did my job. The NDAs were signed. The women are here.
Mhm.
I mean, can they not? You don't bring somebody else in to protect the women. Why you had to do it? Why you had to sit there and
Right.
watch? Because before they even went into the room, she was sitting there like,
She protecting Ozzy.
well, I mean, there should have been protection for the women. That's what we should have been worried about with all those men. But
Amen.
it didn't have to be her. Because before they even went in the bedroom and she got her hands on her pants and all that other stuff, she was sitting over there like, I said, me,
Mhm.
why you there? Go home. You sitting there watching that? That lady,
She probably
Mhm.
want to join the festivities too.
well, she
She a
wasn't.
freak.
Join or not. But don't sit there with your face all twisted up in the corner staring across the room.
She still mad
Go
about
ahead,
the subpoena.
Monique.
Yeah, so she came in that room. She was definitely playing mind games with him, and then she vanished. She left. She know what he likes, and she know how to get him aroused. And then the way he just tossed Shorty off of his jump, yo. And the Shorty said, "You weird, you weirdo." Call him a weirdo. He's like, "Get out." It was funny. I'm like,
Ooh,
ooh, I
Jay,
guess.
you got any
I
thoughts?
guess
Well, the pink has entered the reasonable doubt. Now, number one, the ladies cannot dance. They are terrible. Okay, that's number one. They were the worst. Okay, so these were the rejects of
Bye.
P Valley. Okay, all right. So Mercedes, aka Monica, went to some place to get these rejects, brought them in. Ozzy has a slapping problem. All I saw was, bro, calm down on the slaps, okay? Relax, bro. I know you're excited. It's your birthday. I get
my
it.
goodness.
I get it. Yes, they are disgusting and everything you said, but we can add on super freaky, okay? Because this was a super freaky session. All right. All I thought about was your favorite entertainer who's in jail right now when it comes down to this watching and action going on. That's what came to my head.
The D.
Yeah. And then when she went down and played the guitar, yeah, it was very entertaining. Shout out to Brandy, because Brandy, again, you are really taking it to the next level with your acting chops here, because it almost seemed real. That's all I'm going to say about that. But he's a weirdo. He is a weirdo. But he's also, with all seriousness, his mind has been corrupted by her. So this is all playing out in real time for us to see how twisted she got his mind from doing what she did to him when he was 13 years old. So
Mhm.
yeah, this is definitely a wow. Definitely wow.
That's why I just can't get with it. It's just because in the back of my
Yeah.
mind, I'm like, 13,
Yeah.
13, 13.
Right.
Okay, again, let's move on to something a little bit lighter. So Jax meets up with Sally at the bar to catch up. And it is now that Sally tells her that she served Chris those divorce papers. Next thing you know, Bill walks in and the two of them start flirting. He done bought a bottle. No, he buying bottles for everybody. A bottle for his wife, bottle for Sally. But anyway, so but she tells Sally, girl, he is married, and tells him, you need to go home to your wife. So when Jax goes to the bathroom, Sally gets Bill's number from her phone and texts that married man anyways. So she texts him, And she says she's Sally from the Valley. But baby, at the end of the episode, she's Sally from P Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Because they sure got it on at the end. They both said, damn, these marriages. And they got to slapping skins.
A little struggle
So-
slapping skins.
I agree. Is that where you lost your vision that moment?
Yeah, I lost 10% of my vision, and I'm gonna have to send Joseph and homegirl a bill, my doctor bill, to go see the eye doctor because that's not right. Who wanted to see that? I did not expect them to smash that quick, but then again, she was so thirsty she had to take Jack's phone and get his number. So hot box over there, she got what she wanted. I mean, it seemed like you just hopped off your ex-husband D not too long ago, like last episode. Like, yo, like is you gonna air that thing out? But yeah, hey, she said she in the streets now, so it is what it is. And I just don't like her doing that. And I don't know how she gonna feel when she found out when he turned on her friend Jax, because he's stabbing her literally in the back. It's not as deep yet, but the knife is in there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But a 304 is going 304.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody else got something to say about them?
I don't know why Jax left them. I'm with Tamika. My phone be locked because these kids ain't about to be in my phone. But I don't know why she left it. Like, who leaves their phone at the table in a restaurant? Like, at home, I might leave my phone in the bedroom. It's going to be locked and go to the bathroom in the kitchen or something. Right. Fine. Cool. If I go to the bathroom in the restaurant, I'm not leaving my phone at the table.
Thank you.
And it certainly is not going to be unlocked.
Same here.
Okay, Jax. We could have, I guess we had to figure out a way to move the storyline, so I'm gonna leave it alone. But as soon as she left it sitting there, I was like, now who leaves their phone at the table? But
exactly. And you're a whole lawyer. Like, ma'am, your clients could be on there, they could be messaging you. It's just a mess. And then how easily how she was able to get into it. Like, and went straight to the contacts, thinking like, girl, I cannot with y'all. Oh, okay. Moving on. We finally get to court. And now, so Kristen is up first. And all she doing is fumbling and bumbling, the whole thing. All the words that she said get twisted around. She's sending text, she unsending text. She calls Ozzy impulsive. And Ortiz tears her up pretty much. And Ozzy's sitting there looking so disappointed. Then when she leaves out, Daniel catches her crying and pulls her off to the side and hugs her and everything. And Crystal sees it. So let's talk about it. Jay.
A hoe was still a hoe. Okay, so to this though, that's the last thing I'm gonna say.
You still want to talk about the last slide? You can.
No. Because I want to get to. I don't know if you're gonna talk about the struggle strokes. But both of them was hard up, and Bill was more hard up than Sally, because Sally, just as mentioned, jumped off the D. Now she need more D because she's a HOE. You like that? So yeah, man.
Bars, vacay bars. So Kristen, man, I swear she has everything to do with this. With her fumbling the way she's doing, it's like she is so nervous because she knows everything. She knows where the bodies are laid. She knows who did it. She knows everything, family. I'm telling you, this was the evidence right there that she is one of the main causes, if not the cause of Wendy being out of here. I'm telling you right now, she's showing guilty signs everywhere. Like all the signs, if you read it, you see it right on her face, man. She's guilty as charged. Like, charge her. Take her to jail now, bro. Take her to jail now. And Daniel, what's up with the haircut, the new glasses? You looking like a K-pop star. Anyway. That's what he looked like. You know what I'm saying? He took off his shirt. Now he become a K-pop star. I'm like, with the big baggy, what the hell you doing, bro? But anyway, shout out to him, though. Shout out to him. But
But Crystal, seeing what it is, oh, you in trouble now, damn Daniel. Now the question is Crystal going to snitch, or is she going to be a good friend and say, bro, you need to stop right now messing with this chick? This is the chick you was talking about in the apartment building. You was lying to me. You lied to me. You gonna mess up this case. You better stop right now. I hope she becomes she's a good friend and just stops him from continuing this whole love affair that he has for her, so they can stick to the case and get through this thing. But she's guilty, man. Guilty.
Monique?
Yeah. Kristen, like, they didn't ask the right questions. I know the text message is eye-opening that she unsending the text message, but it's like I wish they went deeper with the questioning about the whole Winnie and stuff. But she broke down, I think, on purpose to get out of there. I can see her breaking down, make herself break down just to get out of there. Because the questioning wasn't that deep yet, in my opinion. That's why I'm like, yo, did she just cry her stuff out the seat? So, yeah, she definitely hiding something else. So
let us find out she's not the only actor in the family.
I mean, yeah, Ozzy not the only actor in the family. Yeah.
Anybody else?
I just want to say shout out to Ortiz. He has battled with Jax before, but Ortiz definitely came prepared because, like we said before, Kristen was indeed mumbling and stumbling. And when I saw Ozzy do this right here, he did this right here with his eyes. And I was like, yeah, basically what he's saying is my sister completely blew a 3-1 deficit. She blew the lead, basically. I was like, dang, Ozzy, it ain't looking good, brother. You're going down like the Warriors right now against the Cavs. It's not looking good, brother. LeBron was Ortiz. He came through. He get that block on Iguodala. Curtain call. Kristen is definitely, unfortunately, hiding more and more information. And I do agree with Mo, since Mo actually did point that out, that Kristen could be crying to use that as a way to get off the stand, potentially. I don't know. Maybe she was very emotional. She said she was nervous. But, again, I think she completely blew the lead.
Lawrence was talking basketball for those who didn't follow, because I know some people don't watch basketball. He was doing basketball references. So just want to make sure you're up to speed, everybody.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who watches NBA. That was a sports reference. Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, NBA season starts tomorrow. Michelle, watch. All right.
Kristen is guilty, baby. And that whole courtroom scene was giving me that Common video Testify where she was crying and carrying on in the stand. I'm like, it's you, mama. You doing all this crying and carrying on and giving guilty. It's giving guilty.
I totally agree. So now we get to the main event. But before we get there, actually, Monica visits Jax because of that subpoena. And Jax blows up her head, telling her how important she is for her to be on the stand. And Monica was just eating it up like, yes, I'm the most important person in this life. Yes, I'm the most important person. I'm the one who knows him best. Absolutely, yes. And so she shows up prim and proper and child. She was like, yes, I was and am everything to Ozzy Edwards. Then Jax presented to her that text message she sent to him about, you can date this white hoe if you want to, but I'll be your first and your last. So in this court scene, we see where she is forced to reveal that she was Ozzy's first romantic encounter. And she has to admit, after being forced by the judge, that he was 13 when it happened. This woman is unhinged. She is nuts. She was saying how it was pure. He wasn't a child. He pursued her first. Ma'am, you are a whole predator.
Yep.
Everybody. Lawrence.
I'm trying to figure out what 13-year-old is going to say, man, them cheeks are looking good. What do you mean he pursued you first? What are we talking about right here? What are we talking about? Like, did he talk about he was a star? So are we trying to justify just because he was a child actor or child star that it was okay for you to sexually assault him like this right here? What are we talking about? This is predator vibes right here. And yeah, she did come in with a hair slick back. She had on a nice ice blue dress, you know what I'm saying? An ice blue outfit. And she thought that was going to help win the court over. So, yeah, I'm everything that Ozzy Edwards needs. I'm his number one ace boom coon, right? She's all proper. At the end of the day, none of this matters. None of this matters. I hate it so much for the mother in the stand. The mother was completely shocked. Like, how could you? How in the world does this even happen? And the way Jack set her up was just so calculated, so smooth. Like, only Jax could do that. Only Jax could do that.
Mm-hmm.
I
Tamika
love
said she mad the mama didn't get hands and feet. Okay.
I said that in my review. I say, yo,
Don't you worry. The mom is going to come scrap with her on the next episode.
I would have hopped over that
they
thing.
They will have a confrontation, I'm sure.
Monique?
Child, they don't need no conversation. That she gonna be seeing my feet and my fists flying her way. That's the only conversation she gonna say. But yeah, I like how Jack set her up. She got her mental like because they got a common goal, which is to protect Ozzy, right? She playing on that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But you a whole predator though. This whole time, like you his abuser. Like, what are we doing? Like she played on that. And trying to make her comfortable before she goes for the juggler. Like, cause she was just all smiley and talking about she everything to Ozzy and what a talented agent is. She go above beyond getting him jobs and looking at contracts for him. And she just so smiled and did a wink at him. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Yep.
Winking at this young man that you abuse. And she says she's in love with this young man. I'm like,
child.
He came on to her. I'm like, I'm thinking about my 13-year-old gonna be 14 next month. I'm like, I can't. No, absolutely not.
Child.
She had to see me every day. Like the Lord himself will have to take me off, get off her ass, like for real, like because there's no way. There's no way. I just cannot. And she is crazy as heck. Thinking that's okay. And then I'm like, why she ain't in handcuffs? I'm like, Mama, where you at? Especially when they got to the parking lot. I'm like, Mom, where you at? You supposed to be still on her. Like,
Yep. Jay?
I was really feeling sorry for Ozzy for real. If you watched it, while she was talking, he didn't even look at her face.
He was trembling.
He was hyperventilating.
Mm-hmm.
He basically turned into the 13-year-old again. Okay. And great acting job. Great acting job. I don't know his name. I forgot his name, but great acting job because that's who I was looking at the most. The victim. The victim. When she was saying all of this, man, I mean, I swear I thought we was on the Maury Povich or Dr. Oz, Dr. whatever show that they do all this crazy. This was super weird. This seemed like nothing against Midwest, I love y'all, but this seemed like the white Midwest people that come together and they say these wild stuff, and it's like, was this scripted? Like, this can't be real. Like, she really thinks he's not a boy, he's a star, and it's okay. No, what you... Bruh, something wrong with you, fam. But shout out to Brandy for playing it because she convinced me that she was crazy. She convinced me that this old Lester she was convincing herself that it was okay. It's not.
Sick.
Yeah, man. So the emotions were there. The intensity was there. Everything was there, including, the face of mom, and mom about to whoop feet. Okay, she about to whoop feet. I can't wait to see it, but this was very intense for a lot of people, especially the victims, and shout out to all the people who have gone through this, because there's a lot of people that have been molested by family members, people that they trusted, and now they're adults and they're still dealing with this trauma. and they're not getting the help that they need. So I'm sure this is
Mhm.
very triggering to them. So we praying for y'all out there that's watching this and you're triggered by this. And we know it's a show, but this is with all seriousness. We definitely here for y'all and we praying for y'all.
Yeah. And for her to even say that she was protecting him from all of the snakes in the industry, ma'am,
You the biggest
you
snake.
are one of them.
Yeah.
Miss Kira.
Thank you.
Man, Jax set her up something nice. I don't know how she fell for the okie doke like that, but she came in there in her Sunday best with her hair pulled back and just Jax just let him off on her. And I was just surprised. It just shows how sick somebody like that really is to some of the things that she actually said and admitted to. And she was like, oh, he wasn't a child, he was a star. I was like, what? He came on to me. What? He was more a man than any what? At 13? Like you're just really saying all of this out your mouth. You not holding back. You just because at first she was like, don't do that. And Jax was like, don't do what? Is that a name of a place? Is that a restaurant? Oh my God. But yeah, it was some great acting on Brandy's behalf because she definitely gave us a little insight into how some of those people, I guess, would think because 13 is just
What do you
Yeah.
even want from
I don't even know how
that's a
you
child?
look at it. Yeah.
I don't even understand that. That's
Same
just
here. I don't-
and let's not get past the fact that Jax is a little bit petty. And part of her sticking it to Monica also was Monica calling her out last week, for
Mhm.
having the same issues as her. She like, no,
Mm.
baby, I am not in the same, you're not in the same league as me. But yep, she hit that Uno reverse and all chaos broke out in the courtroom. I do feel bad for Ozzy as well as
Yes.
his parents because
Yes.
the idea of finding that out, first of all, this many years later, but secondly, all in the public like that, you don't even have time to process anything when something like
Y-
that happens. That is crazy.
Yeah, you could tell it was an out of body experience for Ozzy, right? Because he'd been trying to keep the secret on a low, but then when it was revealed in the courtroom, and now that the entire world knows, that man was going through it. Like he was transported. I think Jay was saying that we kind of like saw like another 13-year-old version of him, literally right there. That's
Yeah.
that's what we saw right there at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm. Whew. Well, that takes us to the next scene where court is over and they're leaving, and Monica is chasing after him. Don't leave me. No, please, help me. I mean, I just not help me, but she wants his attention, and she blurts out that she loves him.
Mm.
But he had to confront her and tell her, he was like, I'm the one that was doing all the work and everything. He was like, and I wondered, like, why am I protecting you? And then but to me, what was more reflective, in his commentary was that he said, I always, have to wonder what I could have been if
Yeah.
it wasn't
Yes.
for you. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you are a criminal. And we get to see the realization because, again, at the beginning of this season, he didn't even realize this was a crime. He didn't
Right.
realize that he had been abused. And here we are, and he's at the realization like, you are a criminal. I never want to see you again. And to me, I feel like we see a glimpse of, okay, I need to go somewhere and heal. And this woman is distraught, talking about she loved him and she's in love with him. Ooh,
And she fired.
this is sad, sad, sad. Miss Kira, please, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, we knew it was about to go down, and Jax tried to stop it, but Jax had to get out the way and let them have it out. He said he was prepared to talk, and even though I cannot stand Ozzy, because Ozzy is he is, a survivor, so he did have to tell her how he felt, and tell her why he did what he did, and say, man, basically you ain't ish, and you can get on, because that was sad for him to hear him say, he didn't know what he could have been had this not happened to him for the last 10 years, I'm assuming 10, 11 years. So
Right.
it was intense.
Very. Jay?
Could have been something else if he wasn't in my life and if he wasn't on my D, is what he said.
Mm-hmm.
He took his power back. Shout out to Jax for showing him how to do that and giving him the truth, because Jax was the one that was there to kind of guide him through this because of what she went through. Yeah, she's sick. She needs serious help. And Ozzy still needs help after this,
Yes, he
because
does.
now he's going to go through major withdrawal, not only for not having his girlfriend around who was there for him, right? We still got to find out if he did anything, but still he kind of was using Monica as that crutch for a certain period of time prior to Wendy coming into his life. Who's he going to lean on now?
Right.
You can't lean on after this case is over. Jax is pretty much out of here. She may check on you, bro, but you really gonna have to lean on your parents. You really gonna have to lean on your family. But then we got to find out, is your sister
On the up and
really
up.
down for you? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And I don't think she is. I mean, just
Right.
off of the fact that we can go back a couple episodes when she's like, yeah, I get him the rugs, and then I got this Narcan if he ODs. Like, that ain't
Right.
looking out for your brother. You know what I'm saying? So
Period.
if the parents on the up and up, which I believe now we can kind of like cancel them out of it almost, maybe a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
because we still don't know. But the way that Mama's looking, she's looking like she really didn't know any of this stuff.
The
So-
daddy dough. The daddy
Yeah,
dough.
Sal. Yeah, Sal. So who's he gonna lean on? That's the real question. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Monique.
Yeah, she need to. I'm glad she's gone. I hope not to see her next episode. The only time I hope to see her is the mama is on top of her, welling on her behind. But she need to be on somebody's registry list, like cause girl, you might search out for another child actor who's 13. Okay. So she need to be on the registry list or not be in a business at all. Like,
Period.
no.
Yeah. Lawrence.
The fact that we are in a parking deck and have a grown woman telling another young man, I love you, is absolutely crazy. Knowing that you are a predator, knowing that you're saying this is the best man I've ever been with. What are we talking about here? And I think Ozzy finally, it took all this right here in a good way for Ozzy to finally wake up and realize what's going on. When he mentioned the words, what I could have been, it makes me think about this right here in this industry. A lot of times when you go through high profile cases like this right here, the acting roles that he was getting before, where he was like the star or whatever, it may not never be the same. He may not never reach that highest point of his acting career now, because Hollywood will judge you. They're going to judge you even harsher if you are a black man in Hollywood, right? So he may get a couple of roles here and there, but he will never probably go back to that high status. That remains to be seen. Monica, jail, underneath the jail.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Whew. That was intense. But it doesn't
Yes.
get any better, unfortunately, because now Lewis calls after listening to his brother, he calls Daniel and says, okay, just call it off with Eddie. Don't worry about it. I'm just gonna let Jax, do her thing with her daddy. But Daniel's dude Todd came through with some information about it. So Lewis went to Eddie and said, I know why you're here. Now, I don't think he actually did know why he's here. So there must be a second secret, because when Jax comes home, she sees both her father and her husband there. She's like, what, y'all kicking it without me or whatever? And then Eddie reveals to her that unfortunately Mama Lou has the big C. And that's where we're left off. Any thoughts? Anybody can jump in.
That wasn't on my bingo card. I was waiting for him to ask for a kidney or a liver or whatever the heck he was looking
Me
for.
too.
But that raggedy mama was not who I was thinking was going to have the health issues.
Yeah, in my review, I said, she might have health issues, but I still stand on what I said last episode. Don't make no
this is the thing
mistake.
about these things about these shows. These writers, they write these characters in a way that is like, well, this is how you know, again, like Jay was saying, good writing, because every character is just so complex. And it's like, now we got to feel sorry for Mama Lou. Dang. Because I'm like, I do feel bad for her, but it doesn't negate the fact that she is still very messy and she had no business telling Jax's business. Two things can be true at the same time. You know what I'm saying? We can, we can care about you and want you to be healthy, but also have boundaries with your ass.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely,
because the daddy been gone and they've been really close. So the fact that you would tell this man that ain't been around over your daughter,
because she's trying to rush the process for them to get close. Because
I am not letting up on that lady.
But you gotta remember Mama Lou. You gotta remember Mama Lou and Jax didn't really have a great relationship anyway.
Yeah,
right?
well,
so they Jax has been trying to work out all her relationships. And that explains it all, right? It does explain it all why Mama Lou was like trying to push, because it's like she about to be up out of here.
Right.
I hope they better not be playing around though. You know what I'm saying? They better not be playing around with Eddie being told that she has it and Mama Lou lying just to get them back together. I hope they don't play around like that.
Oh,
don't do that.
Please
Don't do that.
to me.
That's
Don't
like
do
the
that.
only parent she has, and I don't know. It seems like they speak on a regular basis, even if they don't have a great relationship.
Yes.
Like why would you?
Mama Lou don't got nobody to talk to.
Jax. That's
No.
Jax and them.
Remember when the boyfriend went away?
Right, the boyfriend went away.
Eddie was the replacement of the boyfriend that went away. So, and with everything going on with Jax, Mama ain't talking. Jax ain't talking to Mama about none of that because she can't trust Mama.
Yeah,
so maybe the big C is why the boyfriend went away.
She better not be lying just to get Eddie back in her life.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It better not be a lie. You know what I'm saying? Just come back because I got to see. And he comes back and she lonely. It went away.
That would be right up my alley because I would keep my foot right on her neck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See,
that's like some people that be lying that they pregnant when they're not.
Okay. I would
Haley
be really
Hamilton.
Yeah.
True story.
Wow.
Oh Lord, no.
I would be really surprised if the writers did try to play with that. But I just really believe that when it comes to these TV shows, man, and we kind of talked about this right here on another live that was on. With these TV shows, man, I feel like the easiest way to kill a character, and I hate to say what I'm about to say, is to give them cancer, right? But then again, I can say this right here. I think the actress, Pauletta Washington, again, this is just my theory. I don't have any inside scoops, but this is just my theory. Watching TV, loving the show this much, I think Pauletta Washington may have, decided to sign on for potentially maybe 3 years with reasonable doubt. You know what I'm saying? And now that the contract is kind of about to be up, she's about to go off into the sunset. You know what I'm saying? That's my theory. She may do some other projects here and there, but I really think that's what it was when it came to reasonable doubt. They love the show so much. And she, like I said, she probably signed like a little 3-year deal. And now she's about to be off. It's like, well, what's the best way we can kill you? Oh, let me give you cancer. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, I can agree with
cancer, car accident. I'll choose one.
they could have even ruled. They could have ruled a different way. They could have said, hypothetically, this is just a fairy tale one I'm about to make up right here. I'm just saying they could have did something where the parents was working on their relationship and they decided to work it out. They decided to move to another part of California. So now they're not going to be in Jackson's life anymore. They could have did something like that, but they would do that at the very beginning of the season when they was trying to create the show. I'm just saying that's just a wild theory. That's just my thoughts on that. But they could have did a different route. They didn't have to go cancer route. This is one of the most talented writers' room I ever seen. So they didn't have to go. You know what I'm saying? Every time we end up doing a Reasonable Doubt live, you know what I'm saying? It's the difference between this show and other shows where a live may be an hour. This one right here is typically an hour and a half, maybe sometimes 2 hours. That's how I know the writer's room is top notch. So that's why I always said that they didn't necessarily have to go with the cancer route. But hey, writer's room, if y'all watching, we still love y'all. Love y'all. I'm just saying.
Yes. Yep. And that was the end of episode 6. There we go. Sorry. That's the end of episode 6. Any final thoughts? And we can just go ahead and go around the room. And don't forget to let us know what you have going on our channel. Well, before we do that, big shout out to DeMarcus Vaughn. Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Happy birthday, D. Marcus. D.
You
Marcus.
could have been anywhere, but you decided to choose, to spend your birthday with us this evening. And so therefore we thank you for that.
Yes.
And thank you for everybody else who joined us. There's a lot of folks in the chat. We appreciate you chatting with us. I'm hosting and trying to put the comments and stuff up here, so I'm not gonna be able to go through it all, but thank you so much for being here. But again,
Yes.
final thoughts and go around the room and let us know what you have going on in your channel, starting with you, Lawrence.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to my guy, DeMarcus Vaughn. His birthday's today. My birthday is actually tomorrow. And
Happy
yeah,
birthday,
my birthday.
Lawrence.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thank y'all.
Happy
Appreciate y'all.
birthday.
Appreciate y'all. And DeMarcus
Happy
reminded me
birthday.
that Kim Kardashian and Amber Rose share a birthday with me, which is pretty wild. But anyway, maybe they can join us on this little vacation by the going. Anyway, yeah, shout out to Reasonable Doubt. Great discussion. On my TikTok, I made a video. TikTok at the Lawrence Support. I made TikTok and Brandy left a comment on my TikTok. I gave her a big shout out. I told her I thought she was killing the role. Brandy, if you're trying to slide on, let your boy know. And again, shout out to Hulu also, man. Like, I love the show so much. They saw one of my tweets and they put it on their Instagram page. Again, shout out to Hulu. If y'all want to send your boy a little PR package or a gift bag, hey, I'll take a Reasonable Doubt hat. I'm just saying. Check out my latest review for Reasonable Doubt. That's all I got for y'all. I appreciate this live stream. It's always a blast with the homies.
Thank you, Lawrence. Monique.
It was a great episode. I can't wait to see what Alice got cooking up on that jump drive and what Wendy was doing on video. But for me, I might do some Beyond the Gates again this week because it's a lot of stuff I need to talk about because it's getting crazy. But I did do my solo Reasonable Doubt episode, so go check that out. And I did a Hot Topic one, a video, and let's talk about it mess relationship video. It was a hot mess. What else? Sisters Wednesday after show live. We go live after the episode airs and discuss sisters. So yeah, sisters this week. I think that's it. I can't think of nothing else right now. Family business. Yeah. Can't forget about that.
Thursday. Ooh.
Yes, this
You ready?
week. I had to look up at the calendar. Yeah, so just make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit the like button for your girl. And if you see that hype button, go ahead and hype me up.
Hey. Hype
Miss
up.
Kira.
I need to know all the secrets. I need Wendy's secret. What's Kristen got going on? What is her secret? I need all the secrets. Eddie's secrets. We need all the secrets. So, episode by episode, we chipping away at things. So, I'm really interested into the show. Join me on the weekend. I'll be doing a Saturday sip and a weekly huddle. And other than that, keep your notifications on because you never know what your girl might get into.
VKJ.
Hey. Thank you again, Letitia. Great job as usual. Shout out to the whole entire panel. You guys are great.
you.
Let's keep this thing going. Final thoughts. Your man, Ozzy, he did it. Kristen's involved. Everybody's involved. Who's gonna win? I don't know. All I know is I'm looking forward to Mama whooping feet on Monica, if it happens. All right. We love you, Brandy. Shout out to the writers. Shout out to the show. Shout out to Onyx Collective, man. Like, you guys are killing this, man. Keep this show going. As far as what's going on with your boy, did another Reasonable Live with the other squad. Shout out to the Shade in the City girls. You know what I'm saying? So check that out. Check this one out. Like everybody's channel, please. Hype it up. Swipe to the left after this live. After this live, swipe to the left. Go back on the live. Hit that hype button. All right, we appreciate it. We putting out more AI shorts, man. We having fun with the shorts, so definitely check that out. You know what I'm saying? We about to do a whole documentary on my past life as a producer and a DJ with my crew. So look in the shorts. There's a storyline developing in the shorts. You know what I'm saying? A little secret. So look at that. Also, yes, we are getting ready for the family business. Yeah. Family business this Thursday. So get ready for some character breakdowns. They drop in 2 episodes. So you know I ain't doing no whole recaps on 2 episodes, but I will do character breakdowns on certain scenes that stand out. So look out for those in my commentary on that. If it's fire, then maybe I'll do one. Who knows? Yeah, and what else? Yeah, we're getting ready for that. And yeah, keep your notification bells on. Couple weeks. Power Book Full Force. Get ready.
Yes.
Get set. Okay, we probably gonna do a prelim of that just to get everybody prepared. And shout out to my man DeMarcus Vaughn. All right, that's D'Angelo's cousin. Rest in peace, D'Angelo. And shout out to Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody's birthdays around this time as you slowly transition out to get to the best.
Squirt.
Oh
The best.
boy.
The
Oh,
best,
wow.
baby.
Oh,
To get to the
boy.
best, to get to the Scorpio season, baby. Get ready for that. And we
Oh,
getting
yeah.
ready for my birthday. Look, we getting ready for my birthday. I need ideas, fam. All right, because you know last year we had Letitia, we had Monique, Tika, we had a whole theme coming to America. So I need a whole theme for my birthday party. We're going to go live in public this time. We did it private. I think we're going to go live public. So I need some ideas of what the theme going to be. All right, because we're going to have fun with that. You know how we do. It's your man, Vacay. Salute. Appreciate y'all.
And thank y'all so much for joining us tonight.
Oh, the Oval. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm sorry. The Oval, too. The Oval. Yeah, we're covering the Oval, too.
28.
Dang. There's a
On the
lot
28th,
going
I think
on.
it says on there. It is. And a lot of stuff is coming in November as well.
Yeah.
So as far as this episode, which was very intense as far as I was concerned, I am looking forward to, I just want to know who done it. Golly. I still think it's a group project, and I want to know all the people who are involved, period. Now, as far as what I have going on in my channel, I am back with my Beyond the Gates shorts. I did do one regarding the Conning cousins, Randy and Haley. Make sure you check out that short. And also, I know I was a little bit late, but I did do my final recap and review of Beauty and Black episodes 7 and 8. So please go ahead and run that one up as well. Again, if you are a fan of Beyond the Gates, make sure you check out my shorts. I'll be posting those. I'll try my best daily. And then also, don't forget, again, family business. I will be doing individuals on family business as well as a group. I'm not sure when I think Sundays we're going to be doing the group panels, but definitely look forward to those videos as well. But regardless, just keep your notifications on and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. We appreciate y'all joining us again. We hope y'all have a lovely evening. Happy birthday to everybody. Happy Libra season. Give them their time, Jay.
Libra gang.
Yep, my daughter is Libra.
A couple more days.
Well.
Enjoy
Happy
a couple more
birthday,
days.
Libras.
Happy birthday, all y'all.
Libra.
Scorpio on
It's
the way,
Libra
baby.
season. And until next time, holla.
Salute.
Bye, y'all.